3, 2, 1, action!
Okay, so I've tried several things to try and become more of a confident person. And one thing I found that really has been working for me is like my journey of language learning in general. Please excuse the sound of that hum. It's just my fan going because I'm making some dinner, some rice and chicken. But yeah, I'll turn it off since the main cooking is done for now. And if you didn't notice, there's a little label on here. 有烟机, 有烟机. That is Chinese for ventilation fan. I have yet to confirm whether or not that is the actual word that like native Chinese speakers would use to refer to a vent on their stove, but that's what Google gave me, and so that's what I'm going with right now because I'm lately trying to make my entire environment more Chinesey so that I absorb more of the language, because that's really one of the ways to absorb a language if you're interested in learning one. But how has that helped me with my confidence? Well, it's really because it's a continual thing. It's a constant journey of growth and self-development that the only way to improve is to keep learning it, to keep experimenting, and really to keep putting yourself out there. It's kind of cliche to say, but the only real way to improve your confidence as well is to keep putting yourself out there. Learning Chinese actually, I realize, has led me to try a whole bunch of other things. I started learning Chinese because I was learning classical Chinese dance. This is a fan that I was gifted because, I didn't steal it, but it was given to me when I started learning classical Chinese dance, which is what I started learning when I started dance school. And that led me to learning Kung Fu, which I ended up getting gifted this thing, which is, it's kind of a little thing you use for practicing handwriting. So I got gifted that, and I wouldn't have encountered those people or had those experiences had I not tried something new. There's this TV program called TVO Kids in Canada, and they always had this thing going on for the longest time. I don't know if they still have it going on, but they always had this thing called, at the end of their program, they'd say, go out there and try something new, make mistakes. And for me, I was just trying to learn different skills, but I realized that me trying those things has given me not only conversation starters, but confidence in the knowledge that, in the fact that I can learn things if I put my mind to it. Chinese dance, I spent a lot of money and hours learning that. Of course, I'm not like the kids who've been doing it since they were 5, but I got to a decent level. If I was being graded, I think, Kung Fu, I spent 6 months in China doing that. Both of those experiences allowed me to practice my Chinese. And although my chicken is almost done in the microwave oven, I know I'm definitely not done in this journey of learning languages. I was learning Korean, now I'm learning Mandarin, and I told myself I will not learn more Korean or Spanish or another language until I'm done or at an advanced level in Mandarin. Why? Because to get confident at something, you have to keep doing it, and you gain confidence by gaining experience and also by getting good at something. And I find the only way to really get good at something is to stick with it long enough. This is actually a sentiment I learned from Alex Hormozi. He said, you don't find your passion, you start something that you suck at. This is not his exact quote, but it's close. You start something that you suck at and you keep going until you become good, and then you like it because you're good at it. And then when people ask, how did you find your passion? You just say, you stuck with something you were bad at long enough until it didn't suck anymore. So that's kind of my whole shtick with, or my whole thing with learning languages now. And that's, I guess, my thing with trying to become more of a confident person. There's my chicken. You never know when you're gonna be done, I guess, being confident in a certain area of life or learning a language, but you'll know when the situations that scared you before don't scare you as much anymore. Like for me, I can easily go and tell people, oh, I'm learning Chinese, but I can't have a full conversation. I have the confidence to tell people, but I don't have the confidence to have to try and have a natural, authentic, 100% conversation just yet. But that also doesn't mean I stop putting myself out there. I have tutoring lessons that I'm doing very regularly, more than 4 days a week for about an hour every day, despite the fact that I'm an engineering student, because I know the only way I'm gonna get good and confident in the subject of speaking Mandarin is by putting in more hours consistently. I could take a break, but then that confidence will go down, and then my confidence in other aspects of life. So I gotta keep at it and keep going. My goal is to go to China next year and not have to think too much about the language. My goal is to improve my language skills, but I don't want to be questioning my ability to go into a convenience store and just ask for medicine or toilet paper or whatever. And I only know I'm going to get there through consistent work that will turn this consistency into confidence and then my passion. So right now, I'm not passionate about learning Mandarin. I just see it as a useful and interesting skill to develop that will increase my opportunities for the future. And I am passionate about Chinese food and other aspects of the culture, but the language is very difficult and often very discouraging to learn. But I know that will soon pass. It'll just take time. So stick with it if you want to become more confident in some area of your life. And eventually, depending on what it is, you might just become passionate about it. So my chicken is done, but of course, working on confidence and language skills will never be. So I'm gonna go eat and you ruminate on what I just said right now. Okay? Bye. Ben out.